Concert, slightly different venue than what we're used to, but they've got all kinds of stuff going for the renovation of the auditorium next door. That is.
Let me turn that down. Anyway, to start the concert off this evening, though, please welcome to the stage percussion ensemble under the direction of Mr. Joshua Gonzalez.
As they are resetting for the next piece, the first one was a rendition of Carol of the Bells, very famous Christmas holiday tune, but in a weird time signature. It's in 7/8, if those of you guys who know a little bit about music. The next piece that they're going to perform is from one of my all-time favorite Christmas movies, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. It's just titled Christmas Vacation. I hope you guys enjoy it.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
thank you for being here. My name is Mr. Santana, if you don't know me, and this is the LCHS Jazz Ensemble. They are have been performing all over the place this December. We've gotten to perform at North Park, we've gotten to perform for a bunch of our theater elementary schools. We've taken multiple tours during the school day, and they've done a really good job learning a lot of music in a very, very short amount of time. Jazz is really cool because it's an only after school thing, and so these kids really give up a lot of their time to being here on after school with me on Monday and Wednesday. So really, really cool. That first one, of course, was all on Christmas, a good Christmas classic. This next one is going to be another Christmas staple, Charlie Brown Christmas. Jazz All region. And we actually have two individuals in this ensemble perform with the jazz region band. So the first one is Christian Marin on trombone. Jonathan Campbell on tenor saxophone. The thing about Jonathan is he made second in the entire region and then went on to the area contest and actually recorded for a chance at the state, for a chance to be in all-state jazz band. And he actually ended up 20th out of like 70 different tenor saxophones. I just want to acknowledge it. I love these kids. It's probably my favorite part of the day, being after school and doing the jazz stuff. And jazz is just getting growing bigger and bigger. We actually are starting our very second jazz band next semester, so it's going to be very, very fun. Here is a very traditional Christmas carol, but a different take on it called Green Sleeves. Hope you enjoy.
All right. Good evening, everybody. Please welcome to the gym floor the concert band. All right, while we give the percussion a minute to get things switched for their second piece, we're really proud to have a concert band. It's only been the last 2 years that we've had enough kids in the band program to split into 4 different concert ensembles. This is where we have a whole lot of our freshmen in the band. It's the only ensemble that's not required to participate in the region audition process, but that being said, we had several of the kids who volunteered their time and work to go ahead and do those region auditions. If you audition for one of the region days, you can stand up real quick. If you audition for the next big individual activity that they've got coming up is solo and ensemble. Every kid in the band program will perform a solo at that contest. That is in February, on Saturday, I believe it's February 21st. So that is the next big thing that they will start working on their own. I do want to throw out to the first big band event that we've got, our last marching band event of the year. It's January 17th. This year we are on the schedule to perform and march at the MLK Parade in downtown Charlotte, so just make sure you put that on your calendar and we're ready to go. We kind of never know what the weather's going to do. Sometimes it's warm, sometimes it's too cold for us to go, but we'll be prepared and ready to go. The next piece that they're going to perform is Santa's Workshop Samba, and it is legitimately like the highlight of my Christmas concert every year. It is my absolute favorite piece on the whole program, so I hope you enjoy it.
going to talk to you for very long, so that's not what you came here for. If you don't know me yet, I'm Kylie Randolph. I'm the director of the symphonic band here. We had a very busy fall, which I'm sure you know absolutely nothing about. But we had our all-region process, and during that entire huge, busy fall, they had to learn 3 super complicated etudes. Most of this band, about 75%, is actually freshmen. So these etudes are miles ahead of what they had to learn in middle school. They're very complicated. They're asked to do a lot of new techniques that they've never done before. They're required to audition for the freshman band, which is a very short selection of those 3 etudes. But they're encouraged, if they want to audition for the full all-region band, which is every high schooler from the Rockwall area, the Garland area, the Mesquite area. So we had a good number decide to audition for this all-region band. If you audition for the full high school region band, so we're really proud of all the hard work that they put into that. Again, it's a very big ask, especially with all of the marching season stuff. Again, 75% of this band is freshmen. They've never marched before, so we're asking them to take on such a huge accomplishment as learning those 3 all-region etudes. It's a very big ask for them, and we're really proud of them. The next things coming up are our MLK Day Parade. We look forward to it every single year. It's great. It's on MLK Day. We will send out more information about that. I just wanted to make y'all aware of that. You're going to hear that probably 2 more times with each other band that comes up. The second thing that is very important is solo and ensemble. We ask everybody in every single ensemble to perform a solo and an ensemble. A solo is just them by themselves with a piano player, and an ensemble is them with 3 to 5 other instruments of their part. So that is coming up in February. Again, that is everybody is required to do that. Those solo accompanist fees for their piano player, because they don't do it for free, are already on Skyward. It should be $50 to pay for that. Okay, I think that's it. I'm done talking. So last piece is a symphonic band staple, the Polar Express.
All right. Up next on the program is going to be the Wind Symphony in the direction of Mr. Santana, but probably going to be a few minutes before they make their way into the gym. So it's a fantastic opportunity for you to head out to the commons and the concession stands where our winter guard is selling hot chocolate and snacks. The one benefit of being in the gym versus in the auditorium is the snacks and hot chocolate can come in here when they cannot go to the auditorium. So if you would like to grab something to help support their winter guard season, this will be a fantastic time to go.
It's not a Christmas speech because I don't like to believe only having at the winter conference, but it's just, and so much for the love, and it's just supposed to make you really happy. Is called Selections from How to Train Your Dragon. I've always been a fan of How to Train Your Dragon because I always do some sort of movie soundtrack during the winter conference, and again, like, there's so it's kind of so it's just really fun because I know that this movie came out when I was in middle school, way back in the day, and they had their re-releases live action and stuff. So yeah, I figured it was the perfect time to do it. So here's a selection from How to Train Your Dragon. that somebody in the Lipsons actually advanced to the area level contest where they're going to have a chance to go compete for a spot in all state events. So, Annabelle, please. I am actually going to do something like Christmas. So I hope you enjoy it.
Good evening and welcome to the last portion of our concert, our varsity ensemble, the wind ensemble. If you see, oh, we took it down. As I say, if you saw the American flag waving around right there. So our first piece of the program is just a really fun kind of mashup between a really popular march, the Stars and Stripes by Philip Sousa, and a whole bunch of Christmas carols that the composer kind of snuck into different places. So it's really fun to see if you can catch all the different Christmas carols in. But first, would you please give a warm welcome to the wind ensemble. So we're here at the very end of a historic semester for the Lakeview Band again. First time in history that we're going to the state marching contest last year, and then so setting a precedent this year. Awesome accomplishment for them and the program for the school and the district. while we were still in marching band mode and going to San Antonio and all the other contests, the kids were working on their all-state region etudes. So not only marching band, but they were heavy on their region stuff too. That is another historic set of numbers for us this year. Overall, I believe we had 29 kids make one of the Region 3 bands. So if that's you, if you were one of the qualifiers and made a Region 3 band, please stand up and be recognized. The record-breaking part for Lakeview at least is we have the most kids who qualified for the area level. That means they were one of the very top 5A participants in their room, so they get to audition one more time in January to see if they get to be part of the all-state band, where they get a paid trip to San Antonio for a few nights and they get to play in a big concert at the big Texas Music Teachers Convention down there. Last year we had 9 students qualify for it, which was pretty good. This year we had 20 qualified for it. So if you want to So, they've got some practicing to do over the break, because as soon as they come back from Christmas break, it's time to audition again. So, you get Christmas. Our next piece on the program is another kind of mashup of different Christmas carols. This time it's not in a patriotic sense. This time they took all the Christmas carols and kind of made them dark. They turned them into a minor key and changed them up a little bit. And that's where it gets the name Minor Alterations. very last piece of the night. I just want to talk about a couple things coming up in the new semester. First of all, we don't know yet if our spring concert will be here in the gym next semester. We don't know. The auditorium renovations were supposed to start last May. They started last month. So we'll see how quickly they get things done. So we know how things are construction over there. So keep an eye on the calendar the week ahead. We're still trying to work out some different concert possibilities. Like the wind ensemble is probably going to go out to TWU to do a concert. We might use Sackey's auditorium once we return for a concert. We're just going to kind of have to piece it together and figure it out as we go while we don't have our home space. The next big individual thing that the kids will be working on, now that for most of them, over 20 regions in all states and sounds, they'll start working on their solo and ensemble stuff. Every student is required to perform an ensemble and a solo at the contest in February. It's Saturday, February 21st. They've already gotten the music for that, and they should be working on that starting over the break. And then the most pressing thing that'll happen is our last marching band event of the year, the MLK Parade on Saturday, January 17th. We're on the schedule for that this year with Rowlett High School. We'll keep an eye on the weather and stuff like that. Sometimes it's too cold, sometimes it rains, sometimes it's great. But we'll let you know, but that is on our calendar for January 17th. Okay. We can't end the winter concert in Texas without playing Sleigh Ride, so that's how we're going to finish tonight. As soon as we are done this evening, the wind ensemble kids are going to help us kind of break down for borrowing the gym for the night. They've got to get some stuff back to the band hall before they can join me out in the lobby for what's the hot cocoa and mix sale. But hope you've enjoyed your evening, and we'll see you next time. Okay, like I said, they've got some work to do because broken down the back of the band hall. Window ensemble parents. Window ensemble parents. One of the other really cool things that has happened for the window ensemble lately is they were invited to go perform at a festival in Indianapolis, right? Details on that have been a little slow coming out from the organization and from me in particular because we were kind of waiting to see what was going to happen with Proposition A in Garland IoT. Because basically we were told by the district that Prop A passes. We'll help you go on that trip. If Prop A does not pass, good luck. You're on your own. And it's not a cheap trip, right? Like per kid is somewhere around $1,400 a kid. Now, fortunately, with the district's help, I think we're going to be able to actually get that down to about $200 per child that will be offered to our district. So they're being very, very generous with it. So it's not great money comes out of that as well. So we'll get more information for you on that. We'll have a couple meetings in this way to talk in more details and stuff, just so you know. Christmas is not unfortunate. Okay. All right. Thank you guys so much. Have a great evening.